what's up guys? Today we're going to talk about the new Viper Micro Track Builder Kit. So we got one out on the workbench here. Put down this white backing just so you guys can see it, but this is what comes in the standard kit. I believe it's like 12 bucks, maybe 11 bucks. Comes with kind of a variety of curves, straights, and obviously it comes with the 90-degree 9-inch curve, which all of us have mountains of. I mean, I think we actually threw away 2 cratefuls of it yesterday, of the real stuff. So I know you guys are gonna hate me, but whatever. We've tried to give that stuff away for years and nobody wanted it. But that's just what the kit comes with. In addition to the kit, we have, and this is just a couple of them, but we have all the other straights available. 3-inch straight, 6-inch straight, 9-inch straight. Now, they're not actually 9 inches. It's 10th scale of the existing sections. So what you would get if you ordered the 9-inch straight is you'd get a package of 5 of these. But we also have all the curves. So if you wanted to do, you know, a 4-lane, a 6-lane, I think you could even do an 8-lane with what we have to offer. We have all of those out there. It's just a cool way to design something and you know, look at it, see what it looks like before you go through the trouble of doing all your AFX track and whatnot. But one of the things I used to love doing when I was a kid, kind of the obsession of my track building came from, you know, stacking up everything and having all of my pieces out, and then just kind of starting with my straightaway and doing stuff that looks cool while maintaining, you know, the relationship of the left side, or, you know, I always built them counterclockwise, but just kind of envisioning how I was going to finish off the track. But with these, we'll just go through with what's here, and we'll just build a simple layout. There is a standard layout that is shown on the listing. We're not going to make that one today, but there are a couple of different layouts you can make here. But to just talk about the pieces, they're machined out of acrylic. Both sides are shiny, so they are ambidextrous, which is nice because I wanted you guys to be able to use them either way, just like you would in full scale. But because of the connecting system, like the I don't even know what you'd call that, but I guess it's like tongue and groove, you could say. But because of that, they had to be able to be flipped over, unlike the Tomy track, which is ambidextrous because of the way the mounting is. So, but the pieces, you know, they fit together pretty good. It's a really fine balance between making them fit too stiff and making them just fall in there. There are some different sections that are going to be tighter than others. Just, you know, they all go together, so just kind of work them. Like these ones I've put together a few times now, so they fit in there really, really nice. Just, you know, don't, like, it's a little piece of plastic, you know, like if you want to break that, you can break it. So, you know, I think all of our intent is to not break it, but just be, you know, ginger when you're putting them together. And you can have a lot of fun doing some cool stuff. So you can just start laying out stuff. I mean, some of these pieces we may or may not have enough to kind of do what I'm wanting to do, but we'll just see what we got here. So we're going to kind of just do like an S section, and then we'll come back and see if we have enough straights to finish off that S section. But if you were doing a 4-lane version, obviously you would go inside or outside of this with your extra pieces. Whenever doing 4 lanes or 6 lanes, I always recommend doing that, because when you get into tight corners like this, you might not be able to go another tighter. You would have to go on the outside. And so once when your track sections get close to each other, you just want to be cautious of that so that you're not, you know, making something that doesn't actually work. Like the whole point of this is to learn what works and what doesn't work, and hopefully you know, this is an easy way of you guys being able to figure out what works and what doesn't work. Even if I made that mistake, I would still want to do it here on the desk and not after hours of putting track sections together. But I'm just kind of working through, you know, shaking stuff around, doing whatever it takes to get the stuff on there. Looks like we're going to be able to go, I think, actually, let's see, I think this piece might not get used. Oops. So we're just kind of making some windies. We are going to have to make a full 270 degree. Wait, it's not 270. What is it? 180 plus 45. 225 degree curve for the end here. Don't know if we're going to have enough to go all the way with all the pieces. So in that case, we will back it up a little bit. So like I said, you know, you don't have to always use all of the pieces. This is just another option that you can make. You know, this is a really simple track. Probably a lot of guys would say that it's boring. This I would consider a test track. And you know, I mean, if you wanted to know what size table this would fit on, you can measure it with a tape measure or with calipers. This is coming out at like right around 1.78, so that would be roughly 18 inches wide, which 9-inch radius, 9 times 2, 18. And on our length, we are sitting at about 60 inches, so or 6 inches, so that would be, you know, roughly 5 feet. So you're looking at 5 feet by 18. And if you wanted to build this in full scale and you had all of these pieces, it 100% will translate over. So it's pretty cool. Hopefully nobody gets fired for doing this at their desk, playing around with it. If that happens to you, let me know, but I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm just going to share the story because that's actually pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, like I said, we tried to make this so that it's kind of like an interactive slot car puzzle is the way that I look at it. A lot of guys are like, oh, you know, I want the cars for it, or I want this, or, you know, why'd you stop making tracks? Now you're making toy tracks. Like, we're doing stuff for the consumers. Everybody that saw this thought that it was awesome. The people that saw it before we made it, when it was just a concept idea, they liked it. I personally like it. I mean, I can't wait to get one of those bin assortments from Harbor Freight or Home Depot or Lowe's and start filling it with different track sections, label it, go through and make a cool track. You can trace the track out on paper and measure it, put your measurements down, and that way you have that one stored. You could write down, you know, a catalog of like, I use this many of this piece, this many of this piece, and store that and kind of have it in a library of track designs. And so hopefully down the road, we'll get to a point where we have a huge library of all kinds of track designs that people have made. And then you can either make that out of Tomy Track, or you can commission a aftermarket track builder like that makes custom tracks. You could have them make you a CNC routed version of that track. So super cool, fun little project. We hope you guys enjoyed it. And I don't know if there's anything I missed, Sam, but
happy building.
Yeah, just have fun building. Definitely show us what you're doing. We love seeing that. We'd love to share it on our social media. So if you want to get a shout out, or you know, if you like getting your ego stroked, send us over a picture and we'll post it.
I do have a question. Will there be one that's a replica of the SCDRL drag strip?
That one, I'm not sure if we can make that. We might not get permission from SCDRL to make the drag strip, but if you guys want to do it yourself, just put a bunch of straight pieces in line and you got it made, okay? Don't tell SCDRL. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let us know in the comments what you think. Take it easy.